All right, everyone. We are live with the next episode of the Raiders Rambles. I am Jolt, chief host of the show, and joining me is none other than my co-host, Avira.
Hey, what's up, everyone? Hope we're having a fantastic day.
And a fantastic day today is, all around the world. Well, we shall get to that very soon. So, next on the show, we have Noble.
Morning.
How goes it?
A lot better than yesterday. That's all I'll say.
Yeah, nah. At least you're not me. Friggin' burning hot and, and tending to sunburns all week long.
Ooh.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I did that. Okay, so next on our show, we have Leo.
And they were four men living all together, yet they were all alone. Oh, wait, no, there's two more of us.
Yeah. Whoops.
Sorry.
I don't know. Could have saved the best for last, but I don't know. It's that's all good, mate. I'm happy to have you back on the show again.
I have missed you guys.
Indeed. Next
But
on
my
the
aim is
show,
improving.
yeah, we'll get there. We'll have you more and more often. All right. Next on the show, we have No Dragons, Please.
Heyo, how's it going?
I know we haven't had you back for quite some time, and I'm happy to have you back on again.
Yeah, being a normal civilian, I suppose. I don't know why I called it civilian, but that's what it is.
In furry parlance, we just call them doing human stuff.
Yeah, there we go. That's what I'm doing. I'm doing human stuff.
Yeah. Last on the show we have was.
This episode is brought to you by cats.
Oh, yeah,
Actually,
we
I
have
like
a
this better
surplus
now.
of cats now.
I like the sponsorship better this time. So, please support. So, let's start then, because this week is a very, very special week, especially to those of you who live stateside.
I.e., in the US of A. America.
Oh, hey, that's me.
Hey,
Yo!
Yes. Yesterday was Thanksgiving.
woo! I ate so much food, dude.
My dude, please tell me it has to be turkey or bust.
For Thanksgiving, yes, it has to be turkey or bust.
Turkey bust.
Oh, goodness. Well, yeah, it typically is turkey indeed. There's a lot of, different foods, but turkey is the main.
There's also the stuffing. There's also the mashed potatoes. And you gotta put gravy on everything.
Oh, everything. Yes.
Everything. Even the corn.
Mm-hmm. Even the corn.
You definitely got to put gravy on those vegetables, because how
Candied
else would you
yams.
eat them?
Candied yams aren't complete without gravy.
One of my friends
Yeah.
the other day was telling me that he puts cranberry sauce on turkey, and I just don't understand that.
Dude, it's delicious. What are you talking about?
No, I know,
It's
but like
amazing.
on turkey though.
If it doesn't
Yeah.
have any flavor, it's the best thing to do with it.
If it's dry, it helps.
I suppose it's just different flavors. I don't know.
I mean,
Yeah,
here's
but
the
so
thing.
is wine and cheese.
I'm not opposed to berry sauces. Again, done well, and enhances the flavor. So
Aren't you part blueberry yourself?
No, it's just the fur. He's
But yeah,
fat
I
out the gum.
I hope you guys, sat down, had an amazing time with the family, and had stuffed yourselves full of turkey, because that is
Nope.
one of the things that make Thanksgiving what it is.
I actually made Cornish Dane hens.
Ooh.
Cornish what?
Cornish Dane hens. They're small.
Oh,
They're the size of a regular chicken. I sent Jolt the picture of it. Maybe Jolt can post it.
Cornish
If I can find it,
Dane
if I can find it.
hens.
Wait, you've never had a Cornish hen, have you ever?
No,
Really?
Yeah,
I don't think so. I mean, maybe.
They're almost a cross between chicken and turkey, or the flavor, anyways.
Hmm.
Oh,
Okay.
you sent me a picture of your Thanksgiving dinner. Oh.
No, most of it, anyways. I missed out a lot of it. I didn't take the
Oh,
picture of.
mate, yeah. Before we do that, before I show you the picture, though, welcome to the Cranberry Club, Enu. I love cranberry on turkey.
Okay, well, I'm not all that explorative. I've never actually tried it before.
I
But if
forgot to
you
open
don't
my can
try
of
it,
cranberries.
how are you gonna know if you like it?
Because it just sounds, I don't know.
Hey
It's
Vera,
like putting
hey
pineapple
Vera,
on
hey
pizza,
Vera,
like
hey
sweet and
Vera.
savory. What?
Sometimes you just gotta grow a pair
Yes.
of cranberries.
A pair of cranberries. Yeah, sure. I'll just go ahead and do that. Is that
All right. Yeah.
okay?
There's the sauce.
Prepare
There's the finger, and
perfectly.
there's
Oh,
your
that's ocean
and,
spray. Ocean spray is good.
Yeah,
and here's
just
your
ocean
Thanksgiving
spray.
dinner, wasn't it?
Yeah, I made 16 cinnamon rolls and gave them away for breakfast for everyone.
Is that
Oh,
cornbread?
very nice.
Yes, it is. 2 loaves of cornbread, 5 pounds of mashed potatoes, and 2 5-pound things, and a bunch of stuffing.
5 pounds of mashed potatoes. That sounds like an appetizer.
I had to eat all that myself.
Did you? Oh man,
I bet you had to poop.
Nope.
I'm
Mm,
surprised.
Good thing for kitty metabolism.
wow, that looks pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean, I was kind of
Fish
boring
didn't-
this year. You know, I just went to my parents' house, had some turkey, some stuffing, some.
I went to my dad's
yeah,
house,
my dad
too.
made ZD.
But here's the thing, though. It's just the sentiment and the festiveness that counts for Thanksgiving the most.
Yeah.
There
yeah,
was
of
no
course.
festive around where I'm at.
What? Yeah.
In my
what do
building,
you?
I was the only one who made Thanksgiving meal.
Oh,
And when I went to my dad's house, there was no festivality there.
Oh.
maybe it's because 2020 is so terrible that we're just like bah humbug already.
yeah.
I even made myself a batch of kitty rocket fuel.
Ooh.
So, without further ado, how are you guys thankful for?
What?
I'm thankful for my awesome son, who is just a ball and a half of fun to have.
He's just a blessing in your life, isn't he?
He's, yeah.
Oh, that's
The crazy
really nice.
thing about kids is like they're your best friend and your worst enemy at the same time. It's the most interesting feeling.
One day, huh? Life goals, life dreams for me. But yeah, very nice of you though. Like maybe Leo. I kind of figured you'd be the guy. You'd be the man who'd set up family dinners.
Oh, I can't cook. Don't let me near the burner unless you want top ramen.
I've only been able to be the only one cooking whenever I was concerned.
I'm sure if I took the time, I could figure out how to do something with a stove or a.
Nah.
Start
if it
out
were
with
me-
learning how to not burn your water.
Yeah, that's easy. Just make sure that it doesn't all boil out of the pan.
No, you don't want it to be all.
man.
You don't want it to turn colors.
You want the noodles to be poured in there when the noodles
mate.
get
If
poured
it
in
were
there.
me, you guys would be having like oven grilled turkey.
Oh yes,
I honestly don't like turkey.
But that's
we can't be
thing.
friends anymore.
Excuse me, that's illegal.
Because
No,
every
no.
time I get a kind of turkey or any other species, I gotta eat it.
Oh,
So you're on
so
that seafood diet. If you
Yep.
seafood, you eat it.
I am an undead, so
So,
Leo.
what are you thankful for? Like,
Um,
I guess this year or anything.
I guess the pickle apocalypse didn't come yet.
Oh yeah, me too. That's a good one.
It didn't? I thought we were in the middle of it.
I mean, kind of, but it could have been worse.
Nah, you get the timelines mixed up. See, in our universe, we still have the moon.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, okay, yeah, no, that's right.
Mm.
Our universe
now-
is the only universe without Rick C192, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because they turned our moon into a pickle.
makes sense. Hey Vera, what are
Yeah.
you thankful for?
Oh, well, I posted this on Twitter the other day, but I'm thankful for my cat Riley. I've had her for a long time, and she's really sweet and nice, and I rescued her when she was a kid and from this shelter.
Mhm.
And yeah, I guess Riley.
Oh,
Yeah,
Very nice.
and
Alright.
also the whole apocalypse thing. I'm glad that the world didn't end.
yeah.
That's good too.
So this is gonna sound stupid, but I'm thankful for the internet because otherwise I just would be losing my mind. I think at least on the internet I can go on meme I could find memes and stuff and be like, okay, cool, life is a joke.
Bruh, get on my level. You gotta make memes.
Oh,
Thank God for the internet. Yes.
I mean, uh, remember guys, COVID makes you lose your sense of taste, and that might be why that live, laugh, love pictures and apparel has been on the rise lately.
Oh yeah, what's up with that?
Xavier, it's a joke.
No,
It's a
but
joke
I've
about
seen
taste.
that in a lot of people's videos though. It's everywhere. It's like a trend.
The live, laugh, love?
Yeah, it's on a black poster with white letters. It's all
Hey,
a
you know
little
what, man?
script.
Just let
It's like
let the mid 2000s trends come back. All right, we all know they were awful.
It's like the low-fat version of Keep Calm, Carry On.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Who's selling that sort of stuff? Like all the trendy fashion stores, like Hot Topic and so on.
Oh, of course, it's the trendy fashion stores.
Oh, they're gonna be the next thing to rise back up after the economic crash.
Don't worry about that. Noble,
We're all gonna be buying our.
you still here?
I'm still here. What's
Yeah,
up?
what do you think? You thankful for anything? I mean, I get it. Like here in Australia, just so you guys, will fill in. Like we're not one. We don't really celebrate Thanksgiving, but I guess we just are tangentially aware that such a holiday exists.
Right now, I'm thankful for my new blender.
Okay.
Have
Turns
you
on
named it?
blender in the middle of the show.
Well, the only disappointing thing about it is I caused an overload while trying to make a smoothie.
Oh, but smoothies are worth it, bruh.
Yo, hell yeah.
As long as you can actually make one. I mean, that'd be cool.
Oh, smoothies are easy, bruh. You throw in some yogurt, you throw in some fruit. Hit
No, I know,
puree.
but if the blender overloads though, that could be a problem. But yeah,
I overloaded
I'd like a
it.
blender too. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
I managed to overload a 2,200 watt blender with ice cream.
That is overkill, man.
Good job.
Oh boy.
I appreciate your spirit.
Yeah, it's imagine just basically, oh, where'd the electricity go? Oops. Looks like
Speaking
this
of the
is like
blender with
this
ice
cream
cream
must
in
be,
it.
to die for.
I put ice
Speaking
cream in
of
here,
blender
but
with
now
ice
it's
cream in it.
smoking. Huh.
I guess
even
it's
though
hot
you don't-
cream now.
So even though you don't celebrate Thanksgiving, you were still having yourself a feast then, Noble.
Oh, hell yeah.
I actually have a
Uh-huh.
blender with the heater in it.
Oh, cool.
The heated blender with a little pour spout.
Neat.
It's actually for ice cream, making shakes and stuff.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
weird. It's got a heating
Alright,
coil
so-
and it's. Bleh.
All right.
So-
When it comes to Thanksgiving, I have a question for all of y'all.
Yeah.
What year was the first Thanksgiving?
1492.
Whoever's closest wins.
1860 something too.
Okay, Noble.
No idea because I'm not American.
Okay, fair enough. No dragons?
1621.
Well, I'm not going to get to the rest of you because you're absolutely correct. How in the bonkers did you know that?
Sorry,
Okay.
Rose.
You realize I grew up in a small town and everything American is like
Yeah. Was it in
is our pedestal.
Plymouth, Massachusetts? What? Oh my goodness. Okay, wow. Yep,
No, but I
that
mean-
was
Oh, okay, but the thing is like small. Small town folk. Basically, America. We're like, yes, that is indeed our idol, America. Yay! So you get
Okay, yeah.
you get force fed patriotism from a young age, and you just remember stuff.
And I think you guys you small towners carry on those traditions for generations and generations.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, granted, I live in a city now. I am blasphemous to the small town I grew up in, but it's okay. I like my heathenism the way I like it.
Well, my new
But
tradition is.
whoa! 399 years ago, and you knew the date. That's really impressive.
Well,
Leo,
I mean,
did you guys know that
Well,
too?
well,
I
it depends on which date you're actually trying to get, because we're in the Matrix, and it has several generations
God.
of the Matrix.
Oh God. No,
I
let's
couldn't
stick to
know
what
the
we.
answer. I said 1492 because that's the year Columbus sailed the ocean blue.
yep.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. But
Fair enough.
I can't wait for the fourth movie of that to come out.
Oh,
They did.
Also,
It's called the
guys.
Animatrix.
No. They've just finished filming it, and apparently a bunch of the actors got arrested for holding a party greater than they're allowed to.
of
Oh.
course they did.
Of course.
So how
It's
about you, Joel?
California.
What is it?
What are you thankful for?
Oh, I guess it's a little bit. I've got a couple of things on my mind, but I guess I'm thankful for the fact that one. I guess I'm really thankful for my post here, to be honest. Like, I don't know. I guess I'm just the kind. Feel like I've been. Here to give to you guys. A lot of things. I'm here to give to you guys. What I really think, what I really feel, and maybe. Yeah, like I guess I'm just here for you guys is what I'm really trying to say. Like whatever it may be, whatever you may need.
Aw, you're
Oh, man.
fantastic.
We appreciate you.
Yeah.
I wish I could go over there right now and give you a great big hug.
I don't know. But one of these days, we'll fly you in because here, at least down here, we're doing so well against, that,
Wait, you mean you have freedom? You're able to do what you want?
mostly,
No,
yes.
no. What is that like?
Yeah, because, I hear you guys over there stateside are basically being locked down and shit again, huh?
No.
I mean,
In
my
my area, no.
Should we talk about the governor of Oregon and her amazing
God.
lockdown of you're not allowed to have
I know
racist
some people
in
have
your
done
house?
worse, but again,
And
it's all.
none of the freaking police departments in Oregon had her back.
Some of the governors want kids in school to snitch on their parents. Like, oh, if they have more than 6 people,
Oh,
you gotta go
dude.
call the police. Like,
None
So-
of the police departments in
so
Oregon.
there's a joke going on right now, here in Colorado, right? Because red used to be guaranteed lockdown, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, we just decided we'll make a new tier for guaranteed lockdown, and we're at the tier below it. So the joke is that Colorado is treating COVID dial tiers like your mom counting to 3. So 1, 2, 2.5, 2 3/4. So that's the joke, right?
right.
Yeah.
2
Is
and
that-
4/5.
Is that Colorado's just like, we're going to lock down. All right, here we go. We go from green, now we're yellow, we're orange. Oh, now we're red. So we're locked down. No, because we made a new tier called purple, but we're gonna get to it.
Oh boy.
I have half a mind just to walk down the street and show you some of the bars near my house. They're all open and full of people right now.
Oh wow, that's great.
I
We-
mean,
It's 'cause we're
we have
all
nothing.
sick of it.
we have
We're all sick
nothing.
of it. We don't care
the day
anymore.
before lockdown, everybody just rushes in and panic buys all that stuff. Oh, when am I going to go back? Get my Alco? Well, when am I going to get all the toilet paper again?
I mean, yeah. I mean, we are on the toilet paper shortage again.
Go figure.
Yeah.
All right, so just another. Here's a fun live comment though. Ice Kitsune. He's got a song. In 1492, Columbus sailed the ocean blue. He went so fast, he skinned his ass and shit all over the crew.
I mean, given that there was probably very little food on his massive voyage and everyone had scurvy, yeah, they were probably not in very good shape.
They didn't.
Yeah, that's what you get for not eating fruit, idiots.
Yeah, get your citrus.
Hmm.
Yeah, the
Alright.
rum.
An apple a day keeps the doctor at bay.
Yeah.
The other problem is cans back then were generally contaminated with a lot of lead. So
Mm.
All right. So, while we are celebrating here, I support you guys, for celebrating Thanksgiving as it is, it's one of those things. It's one of those traditions, yeah, that are long established, and it's something that's worth celebrating. We are going to here point out those people, a bunch of people who are just spoiled, like at not at the prospect of celebrating Thanksgiving. Take for example YouTube, who have taken to celebrating unthanksgiving.
Gotta love
The indigenous resistance.
gotta love Elizabeth Warren, aka Pocahontas.
And they show Warren. Oh no.
And we'll have a happy unbirthday to you too.
Happy Unnative Day, but hey, look at that. YouTube actually even went so far as to make like a 5-tweet diatribe over, why they choose to celebrate unthanksgiving.
Oh, but I can't say that it's stupid that people need to just fucking mask up. Come on, where's the hypocrisy, YouTube?
Last night, I was just watching the Steven Crowder episode of Change My Mind from last year called Thanksgiving Isn't Racist, and that's immediately what this reminds me of. What the deal is, it seems, is that people see the celebration of Thanksgiving as a celebration of the warring and the mass genocide that wasn't even mass genocide because it wasn't intentional, as something not worthy of being celebrated, and don't realize that the reason we celebrate Thanksgiving dinner is because that was the time when the Pilgrims and the Native Americans set down their weapons for a little while and decided to talk about stuff and get to know each other over a delicious dinner. And that's the cool thing about it, and that's why we should celebrate it.
Yeah,
I
but
don't
of
think
course,
that's racist at all.
In today's widely political agenda, everything is racist, everything is sexist, everything is ageist.
And
it's
everything is boob army. I get it, Anita.
And
Like, at least go on. Sorry.
While all this stuff is going on, I just decided to just wear my tinfoil hat.
Yeah. But what do they mean on Thanksgiving? Like indigenous resistance? First of all, there was no resistance. I mean, we just had a feast.
Actually, there was, because they wiped out one of our cities, or I think one or two.
What?
Yeah,
after we attacked them, after we attacked them under fear, they went and wiped us one or two of our villages out. Because we had muskets and they had arrows, and their arrows were superior and they had flames. So they just took us out. But that's not on the standard history books.
That's because it's just the white men that were racist, and that the red man couldn't have been racist because they were red.
They weren't actually. We made them like that.
I know.
So
I know.
But so I guess the point is though, like, don't be such spoiled pingos. Like, how imagine celebrating on Thanksgiving, like no turkeys, no dinners, no nothing. And no time in the
I am
family.
pretty darn thankful that America
Honestly, I would have been
exists.
okay with it because I would have forgot. I forget things.
So here's the thing, right? Like, hasn't 2020 been a bad enough year that we don't need to like spark an unthanksgiving? Like, what do we have to be? We have an entire year to be unthankful for. Can we just pick one day to be like, okay, well, at least I'm thankful for this in this mess of everything?
Everyone should be thankful that they're still alive right now.
Yeah, right? That's a really good point. This year has been bonkers, to say the least. But wow, at least we can have one day to be like, hey, let's just celebrate our family and be thankful for something, anything.
I do have one other thing I'm thankful for.
Oh, yeah?
What?
Yeah, at the beginning of the year, the trailers for Sonic the Hedgehog were coming out, and they were saying that it was the fastest, funniest movie of the year. And then no other movies came out because COVID hit.
Hey, it was the fastest, funniest movie of the year then.
Indeed.
Thanks,
I
Sonic.
take my son to go see that in theaters.
And at least you should be thankful as well, especially because it was so worth it. And I've watched it. It was absolutely worth it.
It was a great movie. Well, great, I don't know. It was a good movie. It was solid.
Oh, and full disclaimer, yes, on our website there is a blog post like regarding a small film review that Noble has written about Sonic the Hedgehog.
It's
when
if
is
you need
your
another
next film
opinion,
review?
yeah, at least consider reading that.
It's ironic because Sonic the Hedgehog was also the last film I saw in theaters, Leo.
Yeah,
I think
me
it's the
too.
last film any of us saw in theaters.
I think, man, I felt like even if Sonic the Hedgehog really truly was like not quality, I feel like it would have just gotten like 10 out of 10 just because like that's the last film we saw before everything shut down.
Well,
Oh yeah.
that wasn't the last one I saw, because there was a couple other ones out too.
Yeah, I saw in 1917 back in like the early February before I went to A&E. That was the last movie I ever saw.
Like I was watching Bloodshot and a few others,
Okay.
Nice.
and most of the movies you have mentioned, I can actually give people.
All right. So, got one more thing about the Thanksgiving ordeal though. It's about probably the best game to have come out on 2020. Animal Crossing: New Horizons.
The best game of 2020.
I don't know. Hades is a pretty big contender for that title.
Arguably, but in terms of like notoriety, in the lenses of notoriety and coverage,
Oh,
wall
yeah.
to wall, Animal Crossing has literally won the crown. Again, as they were saying,
So in Japan, it's okay to say Thanksgiving and Christmas, but in America, it's not.
like so in American, in the localized version, it says it's Turkey Day and Toy Day. What the frick is Toy Day?
Look,
Toy Day has been an Animal Crossing spoof on Christmas since the beginning. They finally changed it in Japan to Christmas, but not to Christmas in the United States for a weird reason.
That's because we are, Leo. Clearly, we're intellectuals, right? Like we have evolved past Thanksgiving and Christmas. We now call it Turkey Day and Toy Day, all right? Because, man, it would be really bad if we offended anyone. So we just are going to offend everyone by trying to offend no one.
I thought like Turkey Day was a joke that people say like, "Oh, Happy Turkey Day, doo-doo-doo." Like we all know it's Thanksgiving.
Hang on. Out of curiosity, what is Nintendo's reason for doing this? Is this Nintendo Japan that decided this, or is this Nintendo America?
It's Nintendo Japan.
I can only see
blurb about it on the page.
It would
my theory behind this would be marketing. For instance, like let's say, like Noble and Joel, like you guys don't live in America, but if they call it Turkey Day, it's like, oh well, that's not a holiday that we really celebrate, but it can still be marketable to people during this time frame, I guess, right?
Yeah, but they changed it in America to Turkey Day and Toy Day.
Well,
yeah,
but
that's
so
weird too.
So Animal Crossing history, only the first game had Thanksgiving and Christmas for localized versions, and then ever since then, it's been Turkey Day and Toy Day, and I guess that Japan decided they wanted to go back to Thanksgiving and Christmas.
It's supposed to be about like being inclusive or whatever, but they
want to make us
Thanksgiving is it is inclusive. Like it's not like a secular holiday or a religious holiday. It's if you're a black person in America, you can celebrate Thanksgiving and talk about what you're thankful just as easily as a Mexican person living in America, or a Jewish person living in America, or a woman living in America, or what have you.
I'm sorry.
Right,
are you using
is not religious?
Are you using logic in my United States?
Grab the pitchforks, everyone.
Oh yeah, I know you guys are gonna get mad at me because I'm Asian.
How dare you use logic and reasoning in my United States? I can't believe
that Japan is culturally appropriating Americans.
Yeah, good thing. That's a very big thing. That is a very logical thing. How dare you do that? I must now, chase you out of the show with a pitchfork.
I'm offended because you guys get Thanksgiving and Christmas, and we get Turkey Day and Toy Day. Those are our holidays. Even though Christmas is German.
Anyway, so here's the interesting thing. Like, why did Animal Crossing do this though? Speaking to Washington Post, the game's director Aya Kyogoku stated that the flexibility and customization was just about gender, but the team's feeling how society is shifting to valuing a lot of people's different identities. Maybe I'm not sure. Like maybe that was one of the influencing things. Why they did that, or maybe it's because Capcom. There's some documents about their marketing strategy. How they're gonna go about these two festive days.
You have to admit, it's going to get to a point where they're just going to start inventing days.
What do you mean? They already do that.
Like
Valentine's.
Noble, do you think National Donut Day is really the National Day of Donuts? It's just so Dunkin'
Donuts. Day.
It's
talk like a pirate.
Let's not
day.
be something so obvious like Valentine's Day, for instance.
Yeah, You mean the holiday that I wish to burn to the ground? Yeah.
It's a marketing ploy.
It is a marketing ploy. It's a marketing ploy by Hallmark to sell more cards.
I just said that.
Well, that reminds me, I gotta get my nan a Christmas card.
Are you gonna get it from Hallmark?
Oh hell no.
So what do you guys think though? To those of you who are listening in, feel free to chime in. Tell us what you're thankful for, and what you've done to celebrate Thanksgiving.
And your favorite Animal Crossing villager.
Yeah, and I believe that these traditions are widely, worth preserving.
I think everyone's gonna want to impale me because I haven't played Animal Crossing yet.
Why? There's plenty of people who haven't played Animal Crossing.
I played the original one on GameCube, but not the new one.
I haven't liked any of them after the one on the Wii.
I do have one more trivia question for you guys about Thanksgiving history. Yeah. Macy's in 1927 held their first parade in Manhattan. And do you know what their first float was?
Snoopy.
Ooh, close.
Snoopy's Doghouse.
Was it Woodstock?
It was, it's an animal. Garfield? 1927, think about it.
Oh, was it Smokey the Bear?
It was Felix the Cat.
Oh, I love that guy. He's in the R-rated movie where he goes to college and he complains and then it burns down and then his parents get there.
Yeah, Felix the Cat was the first one in 1927. How crazy is that?
And he had insane. Like 3 chicks in the bathtub.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, back in the 1960s.
Yeah.
Well, I'm actually feeding my pet some leftovers.
Yeah, that's fun stuff. I mean, who knew? Like, I knew, 1927, not many things that we'd recognize were out, but wow. It's a very long legacy that, Macy's and Felix had.
Didn't know Felix was that old. And then again, isn't Mickey Mouse, older? From, 1915 or something crazy like that?
Yeah. I was about to say. I would have guessed, that because of the sheer age of, the sheer age of Mickey Mouse and, what would have been out at the time. But yeah. So.
Yeah, I don't know.
Gotta love cartoons, man.
They don't make them like they used to.
Yeah, actually. You know what? Why don't we, move on and, speaking of cartoons, they don't make them like they used to.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Here we go.
I set up the transition and I didn't mean to.
I thought this was a perfect segue for it.
Air 5.
I thought this was the perfect, you gotta take your opportunities when they show up, huh? What can I say?
Yeah, yes. I mean, I say that every time I see a dating site match, and then I always regret it. So,
all right then. No, well, since you probably know this about way more than I do, Animaniacs is finally out. Just to fill you guys in, the rebooted 2020 series is finally up and out in the air. It's out on Hulu, and And after all the stuff that I was sent, like I haven't watched the episodes in full, haven't got Hulu and so on, but after all the stuff I got sent, I can just say they don't. Yeah, I can confirm you guys' sentiments that they don't make cartoons like they used to, which is
From
shame.
from the video you sent me, I definitely agree.
Okay, look, when I used to binge watch the Animaniacs when I got a hold of the DVD of the original show. I watched it through maybe once every couple of years. And it was difficult for me to pull myself away from watching the original series. When I'm watching this one, it was 3 episodes before I go, I'm going to watch a YouTube video. And over the next several days, I ended up occasionally watching 1 or 2 episodes. I wasn't hooked on it enough to be able to binge it, which is an obvious sign that there's a problem with the show. The only thing I felt that they ever got right in this was Pinky and the Brain. That's it. Everything else is just the Wacko. Yeah, he's a They didn't do that properly. It was really short. The only song they had was on the bloody. Sorry. The title of the song I don't have an issue with because it was about the First Ladies. It's how it was implemented. It just didn't have the zest as the US president one. It was more like a complete slap in the face. Not to mention they also left one out.
Oh.
Which
I
one did
would
they
have
leave
liked
out?
to have one of the First Ladies.
Yeah, which one though?
Take a guess.
I can't recall.
Yeah,
They
I
made a
haven't seen
note
the
of it at
episode,
the end of the
so-
song, however.
They did it. They did it on purpose because they did it several times in the original series.
The songs they did previously were good. This one, it didn't have the ball rolling that would keep
It didn't
you
have the
entertained.
spark.
It changed too. Initially, it was slow, drawn out, and they had examples of each First Lady. And then they got to a point where they just started spitting them out left, right, and center, and just the names. Which, what?
Well, remember, it's also the same actors that are voicing the same characters after, like, what, 15, almost 20 years?
Yeah.
I don't know if they're up
Here's
to...
the thing. Here's the
It's-
thing. They got.
They
They
should
up
have
to
shaken
that.
off the rust first.
Here's the thing. They wanted this. They wanted to be like the old stuff. They wanted to get as much of the old guys back in. Like you're right. They had the old actors in. Rob Paulson, who played Yakko and Pinky. Jess Harnell, Wacko, Tress McNeil, Dot, Morris LaMarche, Brain. Like the old guys, the old roles, and they're gonna make a new appearance in the new show. But the original creator of Animaniacs, Tom Ruja, was missing from the list of the old cast. He wasn't invited back for this thing, Like, what do you think? What do you think that means? What do you think that means?
Probably where they failed horribly, because I would like to hope that person would have, how should I put it, fixed a lot of the problems. I mean, they had a segment where they had manspreading in it. They could have really had that as a short, simple thing, not smack the guy with a mallet and then just move on to doing something else. But no, they had an entire episode based around that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no. Get woke, go joke.
No, but seriously, if it was on a train or something, they were trying to get past and a guy had his legs out, Dot gets up there and just whacks him in the head.
That would have been a lot more funny, yes.
Yeah, and then they continue running after something else. That would have been good. But no, instead, God, it was horrible.
I think so. The issue I have with the new Animaniacs, from what Jolt sent me, because I haven't seen the episodes, is that it's so brazen about its political agenda, and I feel like it used to like skirt the political agenda, but not like outright be like, no. And now it's like, I don't know. It's way too woke.
You're right. Maybe the brazenness is one thing,
From what I could
for
tell,
example,
sorry.
I just like for example, the well-known case of the Cyclops, Mr. Trump. and there was basically making a segment about how how a Russian man who was supposedly sexist. Were they trying to play a "Hello Nurse" joke or something at that same segment too? I don't know.
Yeah,
Well,
they were.
okay. I don't know if you remember the part of the video, but remember in the actual part, the Russian guy's like, and elect Trump. So it's still that political bullshit that's still going on.
Oh,
I mean,
you
it'd be
didn't see the
funny
best
if they
part.
were like making fun of the memes of the whole Russian hoax thing, but I also did hear that they were filming this back in like 2018. So they're not entirely like up to date with what's been going on. Like I don't think there's any COVID jokes in the Animaniacs, which like you damn know that there's probably gonna be in like the next year.
I didn't
Yep.
see any, to be honest.
Oh, there probably will be like mask stuff.
If
I don't know.
assuming, of course,
Oh,
in the next couple of
uh,
episodes or in season
there
two.
was some on Facebook.
Oh, but like, was it made by the actual
Yeah,
legit
yeah, it
team?
was. And with the going Super Saiyan kind of ninja fight with the bunny
So,
bunny rabbit master.
so they're planning some stuff.
Oh, that was bad.
But I did
I'm
see
Look,
I did
so
see
glad
one.
I don't have Hulu.
That Russian video that I sent to Jolt, it at the end of it, they had Air Force One, which the Warner Brothers and Warner Sister used to get home, and apparently it made a daily trip to Russia. What the hell?
I'm sure it does.
Yeah, they talked
Oh.
about the economy crashing, Orange President, a few other things, in a quick
That's it. I'm
musical.
Okay, but they realize this economy crash has nothing to do with who the president is. It has to do with the fact that we're in a pandemic,
Yeah,
right?
they talked about the pandemic. They were just quickly mouthing off everything for the year.
Ah,
So-
Joel, did the creator say why he was displeased with the show?
Yeah, he did say, well, for one, he did say that because there were there wasn't that they whoever it is the new writing team said we're gonna make a fortune with this thing, and then and that he maybe his son also said that this was just brazen display of greed and such just because they have the Animaniacs property and so on. That's one thing, and then joking about making because they snubbed the creator, right? Next up, the creator says that he said, I wouldn't want to make this show about the brilliant writers and artists that came up with it. I think the fans will love a reboot if it really captures the essence and fun and anarchy and zaniness of the original. I truly believe that can be achieved with getting the band back together, but I don't think you can just find someone off the street and say, make more Animaniacs and expect it to work out. I would love to make new Animaniacs, but it would have to be under conditions that are guaranteed not to fail.
Right. Well, think about what he says about his audience. Well, he's thinking about people who are like in their 30s that have seen this, growing up. Like he's not thinking about trying to get like new kids to like the show. Like this is all about nostalgia.
Okay, hold on. Hold the phone.
Even their
Avira.
intro is about that too.
Hold the phone, Avira. I want to counter you right now. I want to devil's advocate.
Okay.
Which do you think a child would prefer to be sat down in front of? The first season of Animaniacs or the new season of Animaniacs? Just any child, average child in America.
Oh,
Right.
what do you mean? Like the original first season?
Yes, that or the reboot. Which
Well,
do
if
you
they
think?
if they
for
dumb
the
it
new
down enough, I mean, I guess probably the reboot, right? Like they did with
Look,
Teen
I
Titans.
don't know. I don't know if that's the most relevant angle to say off. Like, let's just say you find that's like you rock up to a school, you find that you're the teacher and you want to show them this cartoon as part of a school project, and so on or something.
Well, also the thing is that most kids are used to things like Teen Titan Go.
Right.
So you're gonna show them something what's from the '90s. They're gonna go, "What is this? There's too much things going on. I can't pay attention."
I don't know, man. My kid sure loves him some Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog, some Animaniacs. I think we watched Rocko's Modern Life for a little while, and then I was like, I don't know. I
Oh,
don't know. Maybe
yeah.
some of the
Get out of here,
stuff
Sheldon.
Ted.
Get out of here, Sheldon.
so all I hear is that your kid is not part of the brainwashing scheme.
Oh, I wouldn't allow it.
Well, they were
No, I mean,
brainwashing ever
that's it.
since Looney Tunes, or not Looney Tunes, Tex Avery.
I commend you for that, Theo. I really do.
Well, what's interesting
I
about
just- I like-
Animaniacs is that over the years they've kind of done like what The Simpsons have done, where like they make jokes about relevant things at the time, whether it be politics or like pop culture. But if you're watching it like from 1997 or something, it's like it's like what kid nowadays who's like 10 years old is going to know who Bill Clinton is? Like, come on, I don't know about that.
Have you noticed that every generation of cartoons, after watching it and then they grow up to be like 15, 20 years later, they end up taking some of the traits of their cartoons that they watched when they were kids.
Yeah, I guess so.
So a lot of people from the Tex Avery era end up being cross-dressers. So back in the 80s, when the whole cross-dressing thing started, it was from the 1950s and 1960s Tex Avery shows.
Right, like, dude, whenever someone points a shotgun at my face, I just grab it and say "Wabbit season" and just put it to the guy next to me.
Then they went
Absolutely.
to the
Every time.
the other guy, where it wasn't Tex Avery what did his thing, the one you said does rabbit season. Then you get the people, the hillbilly versions. I don't know how to really explain myself, but each generation gets a slightly different version, and 15 years later, you get these adults are based on that version.
Yeah, and then
Wait.
they become furries.
They're slowly pushing it towards
Yeah.
a certain way. From what I think is, anyone watched what's that show? I can't remember. Logan's Run. Anyone heard of Logan's Run?
No.
Nope.
No.
Okay, it's a utopia society where everyone is at peace. After a certain age time, they go to the carousel. The carousel is basically a slaughter fest, and they get disintegrated to make more space for the society. I think everything's going towards that because it's all showing to make everyone less and less unique. No people with any intelligence. All technology is going that way. It's just all going that way.
And
I
they're
don't
all
know.
made out of ticky-tacky, and they all look just the same.
There's also a song about it too. 2025. It's from the 60s. 25.
Yeah, there's probably a book about that too, called like
I can-
1984.
Yeah, the Logan's Run was 1970s, and the song was 1960 something, and the book was like 1950s or 1940s.
So
This is all getting too real for me, man.
Also, a lot of the technology from the 50s is now popping back up as reboots for preventions for coronavirus.
Well, what do you think about reboots though? Like the Animaniacs, I mean, it's still presented by Steven Spielberg, which is interesting, right?
Well, at least they got that.
Yeah,
It's got
and
Because
it's interesting.
his cameos are good usually. As if you don't get a good cameo, he's like, "Oh, burn the show."
Yeah, I did like in the original Animaniacs when they were fighting, like the characters in the show were fighting over who Steven Spielberg likes the best,
Oh,
and then he goes to their desk, and then they have
Yakko
like a
and
character
Brain
version
and
of Steven.
Freakazoid from
Yeah, Freakazoid, Pinky, and all that, and they're like, "Who do you like the best?" And he's like, "I don't know
Hello?
who any of you are."
Who are you guys?
Oh, they were so
We don't
distraught.
have it yet. I was gonna have it tonight.
I think the first Steven Spielberg cameo in
I'm
that
act-
show was in.
I'm actually
season
on a live
one.
stream right now. What is it?
But yeah,
When
All right. Bye.
yeah, like
the
just-
Warners
just
were
kinda
trying
cap
to help
things off,
Michelangelo
Theo.
paint the Sistine Chapel, and then they paint it, and His Eminence.
Did
who's
I
supposed to be,
disappear
like,
for a
the
minute?
Greatest. No, you didn't. You were actually there the whole time.
Did you hear me talking to anyone?
yes,
Yeah.
yes, I did.
Oh, okay.
The greatest art critic comes in, and it's Steven Spielberg.
Oh,
And that was the
I
first
love
time
that.
Steven Spielberg was in the show.
awesome.
curious. What did you
All
name
right.
here?
So, in all that said, though, where I was left off, though, Leo, I do have to commend you. I guess raising your son, maybe on the older stuff.
Oh, I don't believe in a lot of the trash that started coming out. Like I noticed a change in cartoons from the
Yeah.
90s to the 2000s. And I still watched cartoons because I mean, fucking, it's cartoons. I'm
And you know what, though?
20,
But do you
12
think
years old at that point. What am I supposed
like
to
here's
do?
the thing. Like I'm a '90s kid. You probably are as well. Like, and
Yeah.
do you think like the new series is missing a lot of that '90s spirit?
Oh, dude, more so
easily.
than that. Like, if you look at really, really old like Disney movies and stuff, like Bambi and shit, you can see like the painted backgrounds and all the characters look amazing because the animators actually did their research, took their time, they put all this energy into it, and all.
How
the
many times
focus.
has Bambi?
And think about the music's tracks, the film scores. I mean. And think about how great the storytelling was back then. It all just came together in this beautiful package that we just don't get these days with animation.
Yeah, now
I
it's
got-
all basically like Stargate Infinity.
I got a comment.
Yeah.
How many times does Disney have to kill people's moms off?
Oh, quite a lot actually,
Mm-hmm.
especially in like their fairy tales.
Wait, hold up.
And
There was
then
a time-
what's the point of that?
Emotional impact.
Oh, it's to get the kids invested in the story because, like, what's the quickest way to grab a kid's attention? Take away the parents. And then the character in the movie immediately becomes vulnerable, and the children who are watching the movie feel that vulnerability because they can imagine that if their parents were gone, fucking
Exactly. Like just imagine this moment. You guys have seen The Fox and the Hound, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
How many of you cried when old grandma left poor Todd in the middle of the road as she drove away?
Oh,
and
I
he's
was.
just staring
dude.
at her.
Oh,
all
I was.
confused.
I was. I think that.
So
So
sad.
I'm not gonna say that's the moment when my depression started, but I think that's a very defining factor of it.
And like
Oh,
she didn't even die. She just left, abandoned, gone forever.
And you should don't forget the Fox and Hound too.
And my favorite movie, it's no surprise to anybody, is The Lion King. And
Oh, I
when
love Lion
Hey,
King.
me
it
too.
was the dad. Like you feel that impact. Like you get to see for the first entire act of that movie, Simba and his dad are buddies, and they just talk about stuff all day, and it's
I
just
still
really
need to
cool.
do a special
And then-
animation.
Mufasa dies, and it's like, boom.
And he
Simba's
like
life is
legit
ruined
dies
forever.
though. Yeah,
He
he's like
legit died.
trampled.
Like he gets thrown off a cliff into a
Ugh.
stampede of wildebeest. Like you don't survive that shit.
And then of course,
Long live the
Scar
king.
comes to traumatize Simba even
Further,
more
By
than he
telling him
already
it's
is.
his fault.
Simba, what did you do?
Run away.
God.
Spooky.
Now, hang on. Are we talking about the so-called live-action remake or the
No,
original?
no.
We're
The
talking about
1994 original.
1994, The Lion King. With our teeth and ambitions are bared. Be prepared.
Prepared.
Now, are
You
you
know,
talking
they
about
cut
the one
out
that
that
was
whole
sung well,
song.
or the one with the mic pop?
Do what?
The new version of it has a mic pop in it.
Oh, does it? Oh, nice.
That's so
They also like cut
It's
out most of the
incompetent.
song too. Like,
Yeah.
how lame.
I sent the perfect picture for that to Jolt.
Oh, yeah.
I told people I wasn't going to watch that thing. As soon as I found out that Jeremy Irons wasn't going to be Scar, I was like, that ruins like 80% of that film.
I was
Both those
really
pictures
hoping
should
with
help.
the Animaniacs they would have gotten it right, but
It's
Even with the
2020.
right
Of course,
voice
they can't
cast.
get it right.
Even with the right voice cast, you can't
It's just-
guarantee that everything's
it's
going
not
to go
the-
smoothly. It's
it's
the
not the
writers,
voice cast,
It's the quick and dirty
Yeah.
animation style. I bet even the music isn't even as good. Tell me the music's not even as good. I won't be.
there
surprised
isn't
at all.
any music. There's only one song that's sung in the whole thing that I can recall. That's
Oh my
it.
god, that's even worse. What's a cartoon without a score?
Well, it's not a cartoon. It's like some CGI cash grab.
No, dude, go back and
Abomination.
listen to
Pretty
some
much.
freaking Merry Melodies shit or some Tom and Jerry, and like actually pay attention to the soundtrack. And even season 1 of Animaniacs, you can hear all the individual instruments
that
blending
yeah.
together to go with exactly what's going on the screen. I'm saying that's another part of why I don't show my kid all this new crap, is because like all the
some of the
magic
old
is
stuff just
ripped
repeats
right
the
out
old,
of it.
just steals everyone's stuff.
Yeah, but they do it worse.
So I mean, to be fair, right? To be fair, back in the old days, they used to hire like an actual orchestra to come in and play the music as the show's going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, how
show
cool
them
is
In
that?
the cartoon, and
some
then
of
have
this,
them play it to
some
it.
of them they did, but most of them they didn't. They just took pre-made stuff and they chopped it up.
Yeah, but like it was in sync with the animation. Like, you know, when Tom is chasing Jerry, you hear like
It's
the
not
violins
hard
going
to
like
do that.
Going,
yeah.
Well,
Like,
some of like
you're in
Tom
it.
and Jerry, yeah,
something
yes,
happens,
but
and I have to stop, and it goes whoa. It slows
but
down.
for like
There's the piano.
other ones like Bugs Bunny and Tex Avery's series, those were all pre-made from opera, from Beethoven and stuff.
Oh, some of them were like when like Bugs Bunny did like his little skits and stuff when he pretended to like be Beethoven at the piano, but
Yeah,
they still synced up the animation though.
You don't have to
Yeah,
do much to sync up that up, though. It's pretty easy.
Hold on. There was another important part they also horribly skipped out on. Now, while yes, it occasionally did happen, for the most part, it wasn't there. The Animaniacs had something where in the background there was always something going on, always something else, like one character moving while someone
like
else
a
is
character
talking or two
cameo
others are
and
interacting.
someone else
So
is saying.
there wasn't as lot of just static still images. They didn't really focus on that in this one. You didn't see as much of it. Yeah, of course, they'd be like blinking or something, but they're not doing something else or trying to distract themselves while someone else is busy and doing something.
Hey, Noble, this is Hulu, not Netflix, all right? They can't have both a political agenda and like a really killer background, all right? They have to pick one or the other. They don't have the budget for both. That's Netflix that has the budget for both.
Well, unfortunately, they screwed up in one major area, then, didn't they?
Yeah, they did.
Actually,
I thought Hulu
they
teamed
did
up
screw
with
up
the Disney
a lot.
Plus.
Because I remember when I said that they started filming this back in 2018. That was before HBO Plus or whatever they call it, HBO Max. I don't know. The
HBO Go.
streaming, yeah, whatever that is, like the streaming service for HBO. Like before that was a thing. So they made a deal with Hulu first, and then HBO happened. Now HBO happens to kind of like own their subsidiary brand or whatever it is, or Warner Brothers. So they did not get a contract with HBO.
Does anyone remember when Hulu was free?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then HBO got greedy. Well, HBO got bought by DirecTV, and DirecTV is greedy. Let's clarify that.
I honestly didn't want to watch
wonder,
Hulu back when it was free, and I still don't want to watch it now.
I wonder if like Animaniacs is going to go to HBO like in a couple of years from now.
The old advertisements when it was on, when it was for free, when Alec Baldwin was advertising it, that made me not want to watch it. I'm like, that's your actor, you're going to show off the show. Okay, I'm not interested.
Yeah, because everybody loves Alec Baldwin. Gat.
It was probably the cheapest one they could get.
Probably.
Some of his movies are okay for me. I mean, I'm a movie buff. I watch everything, no matter if it's good or bad. You can't make a good opinion on a movie if you don't watch it.
Okay, I have a good.
And you have no right. You have no right to make an opinion on something if you haven't watched it. So that's why I haven't been making much opinion on this Animaniacs, because I haven't watched it yet.
Okay, I have watched Boss Baby, which stars Alec Baldwin, which is why it's irrelevant at all.
No, I haven't watched the second one, but I did like the first one a little bit.
That I found the first one to be completely unfunny. I didn't laugh a single time watching that movie.
I didn't laugh either.
I didn't
I didn't feel that was the point.
And he doesn't even change much. Like, he's a very static character, and I didn't like him at the beginning of the movie.
Like, I mean, here's the thing. That's why the trailer was there. I didn't, and I realized when I watched it, like, this is not the movie for me.
Yeah, it was a movie I would not want to watch too many times, like some of my favorite movies. But
I greatly preferred Storks.
Yeah, I have that too. That's a lot better, but that's another one I wouldn't want to watch a bunch of times.
Can we all just go back to Happy Feet?
Yeah,
Aw,
well-
right. So wholesome.
Burn.
Back when
Burn,
WB
burn,
was still
burn,
making
burn, burn.
thingies.
Burn.
No, you will not burn Happy Feet. I love that movie.
I
It's a
have
great
it.
movie.
I don't like it.
The
I-
first one is
The
good.
first one is great.
sequel is the beginning of the woke snowball.
A movie that can burn for the most of all the movies you could think of. You guys probably might like it, but Free Willy. Any Free Willy movie.
Oh.
I'll burn it right onto a DVD.
I have it in my
Well,
collection. Even though I have it in my collection, I hate the movie.
It does show the issue with SeaWorld.
Oh,
And
yeah.
animal captivity in general.
Mm.
but it also does it without shoving it completely in your face, right?
I mean, I don't know. It was pretty preachy, in my opinion. So was Happy Feet, but at least Happy Feet was like lively in animation.
Yeah.
They had really good choices for music, even though it was all music that already existed and it had like originals.
My Happy Feet DVD comes with was it the other movie with Happy Feet? Something else with penguins, and then Cats and Dogs 1 and 2.
Wait, is the other one Surfs Up? That penguin?
No,
Or
it's
was
a
it Madagascar?
different one. No, it's a different penguin movie. I can't remember which it was.
Oh, March of the Penguins.
It might be that, but it was animated also.
Okay, never mind.
I watched them both, but I mean, I fell asleep because music makes me fall asleep.
So my friend and I, when we were younger, right, March of the Penguins came out and it got advertised like it was like this really like fun, cool film, right? Like we were like, oh, the penguins are gonna talk and everything. Like that's cool. We get there, it's a full documentary, so we had to start making fun of like the entire thing.
Yeah, wasn't like Morgan Freeman narrating the whole thing?
Yep.
Oh my, dude, I saw this movie in IMAX. I thought it was gonna be so great, and I'm like,
Deceptive
Yeah.
ass movie trailer.
And then
it's
they had
cold.
to make Morgan
and
Freeman
there's
had
birds.
to do Morgan Freeman had to have unemployment for a few years after that.
Well, penguins wouldn't exist if Morgan Freeman's voice was not a thing. I mean, clearly.
Yeah.
Well,
He spoke them
and
into
said
existence.
He
that
did.
There would be
He's
flightless
the almighty
birds
one.
at the South Pole, and it was so. And he saw that it was good.
Hey,
And
hey,
then-
just remember, Morgan Freeman is God in Bruce Almighty, all right?
Indeed,
Don't
he is.
remind me.
He also narrates like the universe. I mean, this guy. I don't know.
Now You See
they
Me.
did
That
choose
was
the
a,
right
that was a
faculty
good
job.
Morgan
Yeah.
Freeman movie.
all right. Okay. So, wow, look at that. Like, where has this conversation gone? I wonder, huh?
Every way
You know what?
Monday.
Yeah,
You
I
know
really blame
me.
you guys, but it's whatever. It's all
You
right.
know me. I see a tangent, I jump on a tangent.
Oh well.
I know.
Speaking of the animation stuff, hopefully my animated series will turn out okay.
Oh,
All
I
right,
hope
so-
so.
do you
yeah,
need like
hopefully.
voice actors?
I'm not sure yet what I'm going to need. I'm probably going to need everything, but I'm working on scripts right now.
I don't know. Maybe you
I
need
would
a
like
couple of
to
people do
attend the
right-
first audition.
Hey, make sure there's plenty of wokeness in it, or else clearly the American consumer is not going to watch it, right?
Right.
There's going to be a lot of.
It will
It's
not
gonna
be
be
on
anime-
Netflix or Hulu.
It's going to be animated, and it's going to have a lot of gore in it.
Oh shit! You can't show that on TV. Are you nuts? People will
No. You have to
riot in the
actually pitch it to
streets.
mate. You have to pitch it to Adult Swim in that case.
That's my point. It's
Oh,
gonna
okay,
be
well then we're
adult type
Oh, okay,
animation
well,
because there's going to be ancient history, dimensional travel, time travel, and a bunch of other things.
All right.
I dig it.
There we go.
I dig it.
So
Sounds like the
yeah.
game of the year.
There's potential in it, I'm sure. But yeah, look at that. I guess that's pretty much all the time we've got at the moment. That we'll worry about what we didn't finish. We'll probably carry over, knowing how everything has grinded to a screeching halt. So can't blame the world. If you must blame something, blame it on the Kung Flu.
Or the
Yeah.
dogs wiping their butt on the carpet.
Oh, one last
Creating too much fiction.
Another one. Regarding the rabbit season thing, it's COVID season.
Riot season.
But it's riot season. Riot season.
Riot season.
I was
COVID season. Fire.
I was actually
Oh
trying to
man,
make
I'm so happy all the fires are done here at least.
We still got
Now you have to
one
go through and
wildfire
witness, the,
burning
you know,
here.
bear through the Colorado cold.
Yeah, good old snow.
Yeah. All right. So, who's got a closing statement, like one by one? Who'd like to begin?
I guess I could go. Don't forget to have your greens daily.
Right on.
Right on.
I'd
All
be
right.
demanding my money back if I paid to watch Animaniacs.
Yeah, or failing that, you know, unsubscribe to Hulu maybe.
Yes,
The
Hashtag
let's
world-
go with
cancel
that one.
Netflix.
The world is going crazy because cherries coming green.
Whoa.
Read Machines. All right.
Okay, I've got
here
one.
goes.
All right. Remember, kids, like if you still got some turkey, cranberry sauce goes great on it.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. Cranberry. Yeah. Pick cranberry gravy, whatever it is. Slap it on.
Candy corn.
Gotta have it.
Candy
And last of
corn,
all, Avira.
Doritos.
I am skeptical of the cranberry and turkey combination, but whatever, it's fine.
You won't love it till you try it.
Yeah, you need
So
to
I've
try
heard.
it.
So I've heard.
One bite. One bite.
Just hope you're not
Alright.
allergic to the cranberries.
Just like 3 minutes later, Avira tries it and comes back and blows up the Furry Raiders chat. Oh my gosh, guys, this is brilliant!
No, I have
It's
like the
amazing.
Squidward legs. Like when Squidward finds
Fantastic.
the Krabby Patty Vault.
Oh.
He
It'll go right
explodes.
to your
I
thigh.
remember
know,
my
man.
first Krabby Patty.
I don't know, man. Maybe you'll probably buy yourself a whole vat of, you know, cranberry in your food pantry.
I don't know.
All right. So, have you got something to wrap up with?
No, just hope everyone had a great holiday, even if you don't live in America. Yeah. I suppose
Alright.
that's all.
Yeah. So, once again, you guys, I hope, you know, to all of you, I hope your Thanksgiving was proper and just, and you had, you know, you had all the things that were precious. You had, you know, everything that you were thankful for. Great time with your family. A great meal to accompany it with, and just remember why the tradition is there and why the tradition continues to live on. And of course, our episodes are available on Podbean, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, BitChute, and more platforms further down the line, and we will let you know when they get posted. This is us signing off for the week. Farewell, and till next time.
Let's all get drunk and play ping pong.
Woo!
Yes.
I'll bring the